Being in these streets, damn, something's gotta change. God's got something for me, so until the day comes, I'll pray.
Now, folks, look, I know everybody's going like, y'all don't even look at your watches. That's what I like about y'all. See, when something's good, everybody ain't looking at watches and stuff like that. Now, I just got a little piece of something left here. I was sharing this with a dear friend of mine yesterday, who's an attorney, and she's reviewing cases of people that are coming on appeals. And we're having this conversation. And I told her, I said, you know why I'm excited about this work that we're doing? I said, because the folks that are coming back out of jail, that are coming back into the communities, they're the problem solvers. They're the ones that's gonna make this thing work. They're the ones that's going to be the driving force behind the reclamation of our communities. They're the seeds that's coming back to be planted to rebuild these communities. And I get excited about that. Because I know that the people that I know that came from the streets know what hard work is, know what being on the grind is, okay? And I figure like this, if we can be on the grind today when we made out here on the streets, then we can definitely get on the grind and make it better so that we can all live back here again. I honestly believe that. It's all because I would like for us to take home and we're going to start focusing on the community, the family, and the individual. Okay? That's it's a package deal. It's not just a person getting out and being incarcerated. We're talking about the family. Let's start looking at our families and asking what we can do to help the families that are out here. Okay? Let's see what we can do about that. The community, okay? What gaps are missing in our community? So many of our children are turning to the streets, so we need to find out what those gaps are. And then in mass. Anybody been out to Chillicothe? Chocolate City? Does it look like there's a rec center out there? And I'm not talking about auto. Does it look like there's a place for young people to go out other than out on the streets throwing bottles? So now, why can't we collectively, I got at least 4 or 5 people out there that I know, and people got somebody out there in Chillicothe. So why can't we collectively go help that community get a rec center? More than one voice. These types of things is what's going to turn the corner, folks. So I'm not going to keep running my mouth. Is there anything anybody would like to say? Yes, sir.
Sir, I just wanted to say for the first part, thank you. I think what you're doing is awesome. I just actually got released as a 9/11 before, and I had the thought while I was in the hole at one point about the same thing. How could we, as a community, do something about the gun violence in Tacoma? The solution that I came to was that I ultimately didn't have a solution, but what I could do in that moment was to collect interviews, get my number out, and hold like a podcast to ask individuals that are incarcerated about their experience and their gang violence, how old they were when they joined the gang, what age they were first exposed to guns. And at this point, that's what I'm collecting, that's what I'm accumulating. I don't know what to do with it, aside from spreading awareness. But I just thought, I don't even go to this college. I was just invited to this event, and I saw what you guys are doing. I think this is, it's awesome that you're doing this. That's all I say.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, man, that's beautiful. Listen, did everybody hear that? Okay. Man, now I get these grant requests for proposals all the time. I just don't have time or desire because I just don't have anybody surrounding me to put it together. But I get these requests like crazy money. They want to give me money to do just what you're talking about, gun violence. Now, that's an innovative way. Now, I'm sure that if we were to take that issue right there and use that idea and build on that with the collective force here, that would bring resources into this body here, into this community. You feel what I'm saying? Into the prison community, okay? Into your family and stuff like that. So that's why I'm suggesting, folks, this is not a dead-end conversation by any stretch of the imagination. This is an opportunity to start building. okay? Now, nothing that we've said today is rocket science. Nothing that we've said today here is something that you haven't heard before. But now, what we're saying here is, let's put it in a package, okay? Rather than just talk about the individual, let's talk about the individual, family, community, as if it's one entity. It's moving. When I say move, we move. Everybody moves, okay? So let's get on that tip right there. Is there anything anybody else would like to share? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Creek Wars. I am the founder of MOLA, Mothers of Living Ancestors. So I am MOLA, Mothers of Living Ancestors. So we knew, and my husband did 12 years in prison in Mississippi. I always go back and tell people that Life, the movie with Martin Lawrence, is a real, that's a real prison. You know, that my husband was there. Anyhow, we moved here about 16 years ago, and we wanted to start over. We just both wanted to be away from whatever we were going through in our respective places. When we came to Tacoma, it started off beautiful. However, what ended up happening is we didn't find our community. We didn't have a community because we weren't from here. Our kids got sucked into gangs, and we have a son that was shot that almost died about 4 years ago. I always tell people at the trauma came my triumph, because it gave me a direction of no other mother should get these phone calls. Every year there's a mother that's getting a call that her child has been shot, murdered, maimed by gun violence. And there's not enough resources. And if you call the city of Tacoma, they'll tell you that they don't have any funding. So I went ahead and started my own nonprofit so I don't have to ask them and let them tell me to my face that there is no funding. My concern for this community is the gaps for people like us that didn't grow here, that didn't grow up here. It's kind of hard. Kind of hard bridging that gap. So if people are coming back into the community or moving into this community, we have to start learning to love people as part of this community. Because I don't care if you didn't grow up here, you are now a part of this community, and we should be equally taking care of each other. No more closing the doors, no longer allowing the brick walls in this community. And I hope that this conversation will start here, that just because I don't know you, and just because I didn't grow up with you, and just because I didn't know you in prison, does not mean that I can't help you, and that we can't work together.
The one and only, the Matt without the rolling. No, so Dun Dill Entertainment, what we do at Dun Dill Entertainment is digital multimedia. As you can see, due to COVID-19 and everything else, remote jobs is what's going on right now. Transitioning from prison, it's tough. It's tough. You know, once you get past the, I just got out and I'm applying for a job, once you get past that issue, there's the next issue of having a skill set. You know, if you've been incarcerated for too long, you probably didn't pick up on what's going on in the world because you missed out. Computer technology, this is the new thing that's going on. We offer a variety of services through Dun Dill Entertainment, from graphic design, video production. As you can see, I'm here with my camera. And then of course movies. Movies is one of the things that I progressed to as I've been doing what I do. A DJ. Oh, it's a whole list. Web building, web maintenance, it's just a number of things. It all goes together when it comes to digital multimedia. So you have all of these different jobs that are here that when it comes to digital media, it's not about you necessarily having degrees, it's just about you knowing how to do the job. So which, coming from prison, this is kind of how you have to work. You know, going to be a lot of jobs that you want that you're not qualified for, and of course you're going to be disqualified when they find out that you were incarcerated. A few of the jobs that, so when you think digital media, you think of a movie, sometimes you look at a movie, you don't realize all the moving parts that go on. Some of the moving parts of content creation, right? content creation. After even this event we're doing right here, I'm recording everything. I help to put the presentation together. As I construct this whole process, I will be using the slides, the stuff we use from the graphics. I will use video, attach with other graphic design, and then of course I will put it all together, and then we're going to publish it on our Roku channel, right? And that's full-time production in any way you want to look at it. You feel me? These are some of the things that we offer at Daily Entertainment.
Tired of being in these streets. Damn, something's gotta change. God's got something for me. So until the day comes, I'll pray. Keep your head up. Take it from me. All you gotta do is pray. Keep your